Hello, today we're talking about solving and graphing linear inequalities. So an inequality is a set of values rather than one specific number. It's an algebraic relation showing that a quantity is greater than or less than another quantity. If we're talking about speed limit, you're supposed to drive in between 55 and 75. Well, I think it's 70 now, so maybe it should be 55 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 70. I think the highway is 70 now. And so like if you had x is greater than 1, well, that's all numbers bigger than 1. That's what that means. So our symbols here, this first one is less than. So you might have something like x is less than 4. All the numbers less than 4. The next one, this one is greater than. So you might have x is greater than -1. This one is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. So if you had x is less than or equal to 3, so you'd want all the numbers less than 3, but you could also use 3 because 3 is equal to 3. I know it sounds a little strange. And then this one is greater than or equal to. And so you might have like x is greater than or equal to -3. So then that would mean all the numbers bigger than -3, but you could also use -3. Let's see, inequalities. What do these solutions mean in words? So if we looked at this, when you have an open circle, you're just going to use greater than or less than with no bar in it. If the open circle, so this would be numbers bigger than 7. The inequality then would be x is greater than 7. Hit pause and try to do the second one. The second one, this would be numbers less than 4. Numbers less than 4, so we would go x is less than 4. Here, now this one, these have the dots colored in. They have a solid dot. So that's going to mean less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. So this one we want numbers less than 5, but since it's colored in, we can also use 5. So we would go numbers less than or equal to 5. The inequality would be x is less than or equal to 5, and we'd have to use that bar underneath because it's a solid dot. Here, hit pause and see if you can write out what it is. So here we want numbers bigger or greater or whatever word you want to use than, let's see, this one is -1, bigger than, and then I also need to put or equal to. So then we would go x is greater than or equal to -1. Solving a linear inequality is very much like solving a linear equation. You must isolate the variable. Try to keep the variable on the left of the inequality sign. If the variable is on the left when graphing, the arrows follow the direction of the symbol, less than, greater than. Here's a big one. When multiplying or dividing by a negative, you have to flip the sign. So if it was less than, then it would go to greater than, or less than or equal to goes to greater than or equal to, or the other way around. So here, solve the following inequalities. We've got x minus 3 is less than 5. So we would add 3 and get x is less than 8. And then we need to draw that on our number line. Always put 0 in the middle, and then over here is 8. You don't have to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have to do that. So let's see here. It doesn't have the open circle, or it doesn't have the bar underneath, so it's going to be an open circle around 8, and we want less than 8. So we just go this way. This next one, we would subtract 6, we get x is greater than or equal to 4. So I'd go 0, always put 0 on there, 4. And so then this one has the bar, so I would color it in, make a solid dot. Greater than 4 is to the right. Let's see, this one is x divided by 2. How do you get rid of divided by 2? You multiply by 2. So over there they cancel. We get x is greater than or equal to 6. So I go 0, 6. It's or equal to, so I'm going to color in the dot. And then I want greater than 6, which is B right there. Now here's the tricky one. -2 right there. So I'm going to divide by -2, both sides. They cancel, so I get x. And now here's the catch. We're dividing by a negative, so this less than or equal to becomes greater than or equal to. Then I go 6 divided by -2 is -3. So I go 0, -3. I want, the bar is underneath there, so it's going to be a solid dot. And then I want bigger, so I go to the right. All right, so now we've got variables on both sides, so we need to get them on one side. So that's a positive x and a positive 8x. So I'm going to subtract x. There they cancel, so I got -6 is less than or equal to 7x. Oh, nope, I need my 15. Less than or equal to 15 plus 7x. Then I'm going to subtract 15. -6 minus 15 is -21 is less than or equal to 7x. Then I'm going to divide by 7. So I get -3 is less than or equal to x. And if you ever end up with the x on the right side, do one more step and flip it. So I'm going to make that x, and see how the open mouth is facing the x, so I need to go x is greater than or equal to -3. So let's see if I can move some of this stuff. There we go. I'll move that down a little bit. Let's see, I meant to move, just trying to move that. So let's see here, let's do our graph. So we've got 0, we got -3, it's or equal to, so I'm going to make a solid dot, and greater than is to the right. Sorry, that's kind of messy. All right, here we go. So I would subtract 2x, maybe I'll write littler this time. -2 is less than 6x plus 4. Subtract 4. You got -6 is less than 6x. Now, here's a big question. When I divide by 6, do I flip the less than or not? To flip or not to flip? This one is going to not flip. Even though that green -6 is there, what are we dividing by? We're dividing by a positive, so we're not going to flip. So I would make that -1, don't flip the sign, is less than x. And when we get that, we're going to do one more step to get the x on the left, so we're going to flip everything. We're going to go x is greater than -1. So I go 0, -1. It doesn't have the or equal to, so I'm going to make an open circle. I want greater than -1, so I go to the right. Okay, hit pause and see if you can do these two. So I'm going to subtract 3x. 2x minus 2 is greater than 4. Add 2. 2x is greater than 6. Divide by 2. X is greater than 3. So I go 0, 3. It doesn't have the or equal to, so I'm going to make an open circle. Greater than is to the right. Over here, I'm going to add 5x. So I get negative 6 is less than or equal to 7x plus 22. Subtract 22. Negative 28 is less than or equal to 7x. Divide by 7, and now we have the question again, to flip or not to flip. What am I dividing by? I'm dividing by a positive, so negative 28 divided by 7 is going to be negative 4, and I don't flip the sign. And then I do one more step. Sorry, the bell's ringing. And so I got one more step. X is greater than or equal to negative 4. Let's see. It says or equal to. So I close the dot, and I go to the right. Hey, that's it. Have a great day.